There's a little bit of extra heritage when ATV Motocross rolls to Georgia. And Echeconnee's familiar red clay, mixed with sand, big layout and huge jumps make for one of the most fun tracks of the year. So get ready for round 3 and more action next. ATV Motocross rolls into Echeconnee in Georgia. Track's been around for a long time, and there is a lot of history of great races in this state at a variety of tracks, but awesome to have this one here because look at that dirt. When you prep that Georgia red clay just right, and they do that here, you know you're going to have a track the riders like. Of course, this is always part of the ATV Motocross family as a whole, not just the pro classes, but amateurs, minis as well. Everyone wants to get in on it, including Grayson Eller, who races GNCC as a pro. He's alongside the motocross guys today there on that 171. Got the Ford brothers, Bryce and Cody, ready to go. And everyone having a good time. Jeffrey Rastrelli letting those long locks fly. Matt Lindquist and Mason Jackson there on the number 2, the 53. Aaron Salinas there on the 7. Let's check in with the Phoenix Racing Yamaha team point leader and champion, Joel Hetrick.
All right, guys, we're here at Echeconnee, round number 2 for the ATV Motocross, round number 3 for us pros. Feeling really good. The temperature out here today already is it's hot. We're at 9 a.m. right now, so it's gonna be a hot day out here. Track's looking really good. It's gonna be rough, sandy base track, concrete start, which is cool. A lot of cool things coming out of this track. A lot of split lines, a lot of option lines, a lot of passing. Good racy track. I think a lot of these guys going home from this are gonna say this is probably one of their favorites. So Matt Walker and his crew did a great job out here, and we're just looking forward to getting on the track.
Second at the previous race in Texas, Brandon Hogue getting stronger all the time.
We're out here at Echeconnee, coming off that podium at Texas with a 2-2. It was awesome. I actually did race here in 2015. My first national win ever was out here, so that's pretty cool. Excited to be back. This track looks amazing, and yeah, I'm super pumped to be here.
Well, who isn't? When you hear a rider say the track offers lots of passing, you know people are pumped. Riders preparing for qualifying next. The ATV National Motocross Championship brought to you by Kenda Tires, Rocky Mountain ATVMC.com, and by RP Race Performance. There's Jeffrey Rastrelli and the boys getting ready for qualifying on a track everyone is raving about this afternoon in Georgia, Echeconnee. Got to get used to that concrete start. That's pretty unique these days. You don't see a lot of those around anymore. Joel Hetrick, he's always the one to catch when it comes to qualifying times on number 1. Brandon Hogue here, showing just how fast this track really is. Same thing, watch. Yeah, watch that jump. That is awesome. Switch over to Bryce Ford, going even faster on some of these sections. Wesley Wolf as well. I don't know if that was on purpose right there or not, but it sure looked cool. Jeffrey Rastrelli. Nick Janusa. Lindquist. Jackson right here. Kevin Saar you're watching in this section. Joseph Chambers on 914. Aaron Salinas on the 7. 68 is Adam Ulrich. There's Cody Ford on the 5. Eller on that 171, showing some motocross skills. And there it is, Hetrick on top of Hogue and Ford.
Yeah, qualifiers were awesome. Track got even rougher for qualifier 2. The lines were just super sick. It's cooling down now. The clouds got some cloud cover, thankfully, but man, it was so hot earlier. And without a breeze in this track, this is going to be a sufferfest for a lot of guys today. And And you can kind of tell that when we're all coming off the track and, you know, we're working on our shocks and we're trying to get everything dialed in. It's just it's never going to feel good out there because how rough it is. And it's cool to feel that, and it's cool to have a track like this where there's so many opportunities to pass and so many good lines. Matt Walker and the crew here did a great job, and we're just pumped to be out here.
Twice Hetrick mentioning how much passing this racetrack offers. See how it goes. First Moto about to head to the gate as they prepare that concrete pad. I want to see one of these guys get the bad start and show what they can do with the multiple lines, and that unfortunately might be Ford. Bad jump. I think that's Hogue who's going to grab the whole shot. Hetrick right there leaning on him, but Brandon Hogue locks down the lead. And look at how rough this track is. Ford behind Wesley Wolf. Just covered in that clay and sand. And Hogue does not quite have Hetrick all over him, so holding up his end of the bargain up front, putting a few lengths between himself and the number one. Look at that, lighting up that corner. And now Hetrick looking to make his move. It's going to be close. Down to the inside. Hetrick said you can pass on this track, and he does. Well, he gave it a lap or two, and here he goes. There's Ford trying to make up for the bad start. I think you have Lindquist and Rastrelli behind him. Hogue trying to keep the champion in sight. Pretty awesome racetrack here. Lindquist is closing a bit on Hogue. Focus on the battle for second now as Hetrick nearly kicked it sideways on the takeoff of that jump. Look at Lindquist go, a bit of a renaissance here. Lindquist, I feel in the early going this season, much better than last year. This kid has always had this type of potential, now really showing it as he goes for second. Lindquist, great career in the amateur and pro-am ranks, and now showing what he can do as a pro. As a rookie, he had a couple rides like this, and now he's back. Wesley Wolf, you saw in that battle with Bryce Ford, who had the bad start. Ford was about 7th early. So let's see how far forward they can go, again on a track where you can pass. And you're seeing it right now. Jackson and Janusa battling it out. Split line, and it works for both Hogue and Lindquist, and Rastrelli hanging tough also. Oh no! Lindquist has crashed! He had such a good run going, thought he might be able to get to second place. And now at the back of the field, Bryce Ford, meanwhile, continues to move up. And it's the same old cavalry up front. Hetrick, then a Ford, Rastrelli, Hogue battle. Don't have Chad Wienen out here, the multi-time champion this year due to an injury. So this is your podium fight. And the lower back on all these guys has to be hurting. Sand tracks, even on a motocross bike, they'll crush the lower back, but it's even worse on the ATV. These guys digging deep now. Okay, good to see Lindquist at least back up and okay, but result-wise, it's what might have been. Rastrelli now. Oh, he got blocked. The Floridian, using that sand experience, though, still finds a line and takes over second. Hogue not giving up on it, though. There's the passing room. Now you love to see them go side by side like they have done. Hogue not giving up. Oh, but Ford drives it in deep and somehow got it into the corner and stuck. A big pass for third. Takes the hand off the bar there in midair. I'm not sure, did a gesture or was he getting a tear off stuck on his glove? Not sure what happened. Right now, no time to ask questions. Great racing here in Georgia. ATV Motocross is brought to you by Kenda Tires, by Rocky Mountain ATVMC, and by RP Race Performance. Joel Hetrick dominant again today in Georgia ATV Nationals. You can never even tell when this guy's making a mistake. Thought he might have had one coming out of that turn, but then sometimes it's fast and it works, and then you think maybe that was on purpose. This battle continues to rage. Jeffrey Rastrelli, Bryce Ford, Brandon Hogue. Wow. Just wow. Letting that machine dance underneath him. The fitness, the leg strength of Hetrick to go through that corner standing like that. Look at Ford. 7th place up to 3rd, 1 second. As Hetrick rolls on the Phoenix Racing Yamaha. Shout out to Wesley Wolf, next in line, riding well. I feel like he's upped his game this year. Also, look, Hogue with a front row seat to this battle. Ford and Rastrelli. And how did Ford do it? This kid is tough. You'd think he'd be exhausted having to sprint from the back, then catch these guys. Great ride for the Texan. Time running out. Hogue is back. He might have just laid in wait, saved some energy. So hot and humid today. Might be the roughest racetrack you see all year, and he has found something in the final moments of Moto 1. As Hetrick rolls. I think that corner is just tough. Forget figuring out if it's on purpose or a mistake and just chalk it up to it's as good as it gets in that turn. Looked like Ford had this one tucked away, but Rastrelli, still under fire from Hogue, has to hustle and is keeping him close. Outside line. Hogue rails it. Not quite enough room down the hill. No, there is. And there's the multiple lines. The split line worked there. And now more trouble for Rastrelli. Wesley Wolf has caught and passed him. So Wolf showing endurance. Janusa would be next in line in 6th. And Hetrick able to conserve energy with that lead he built up. Wesley Wolf, what a ride. And for Rastrelli, who knows? Could be equipment, could be fatigue. I thought he was going to get up to 2nd at one point, or finish 2nd. He was there. Bryce Ford, a great rally to get to that number 2 spot. And we'll see what Rastrelli has left in Moto 2, because the checkered flag is out in Moto 1, and Hetrick keeps the streak alive. He's won every Moto early here in 2024. But as always, you need to do it again. Not a lot of time to rest up and rehydrate for Moto 2. ATV Motocross is brought to you by Kenda Tires, by Rocky Mountain ATVMC, and by RP Race Performance. Matt Walker and his crew getting Echeconnee in great shape. We saw a fantastic first moto in the pro class. Didn't see some of the amateurs as well. Wesley Wolf, a great ride in the first moto. Let's get to know the young man out of Maryland.
Dude, I just had to dig deep a little bit, you know. Track is fast. I knew Jeffrey, his energy was going to be up from past results here, but like I said, just had to get after it and didn't stop and came out with a P4 Moto 1, so looking forward to Moto 2, man.
Let's see if Wolf can get to the podium today, certainly in contention for it. Anything can happen as the riders prepare for Moto 2. Here we go. Hogue grabbed that first moto hole shot. Not this time, it's going to be Lindquist, revenge of the mind. Hetrick squeezing around the outside. Got the lead. Well, I said the overall math could be mixed up, and that could be the case. Can Lindquist bring it home this time, and what would that do for the points? Because Lindquist was 12th in Moto 1 after a crash while fighting for second. And second, well, sometimes that feels like a win when you're up against Joel Hetrick, who's already starting to pull away. Just unbelievable. Hard to compare eras in any sport, but you gotta figure Hetrick is right up there with the best that have ever done it. Certainly speed-wise, and the last couple years he's been locking down the titles now to match. There's Hogue. So Rastrelli, Ford, Lindquist, Hogue, we're set for a good one. And Hogue is in the trenches. Hogue trying to get Rastrelli here. That should be for third. Look at Lindquist. He has pulled away from Rastrelli, Hogue, and Ford. He'll get to manage his energy a bit now. And he's always going to wonder what got away from him. Overall podium not in the picture due to the first moto crash, but here it is. Hetrick will look over. He's measuring his effort as well. And these guys just relentless with each other. Hogue and Ford now. How many battles as Hogue gets pushed over that inside berm? All the way off to the side of the track, actually. That was the outside berm. How many great battles have we seen with Ford, Rastrelli, and Hogue the last 2 years? Great to have Lindquist also in that mix, and Wolf in Moto 1. And look at this, still fighting. Ford power run around Rastrelli. Can he get to the inside? No. Wolf. That's a problem there. Hope he's okay, and it's just the machine. As Hetrick just keeps throwing down on that Yamaha. Tough corner there, getting down to the hard pack. We're getting blue grooved in there. Most of the track is soft, deep sand, tacky in areas. Then you get hard pack, so true versatility. And Ford has done it. I think he's broken through on that battle with Hogue and Rastrelli. And I don't know if we're going to get the furious finish this time. These guys got to be tired with the heat and humidity. Really the first race this year like that. It's kind of crazy to go to Texas and Florida, but really get the heat at round 3 here in Georgia. Oh no, I'm wrong. Rastrelli and Hogue gonna duke it out again. So many good battles through the years. And Max Lindquist not quite out of the woods. Ford has been chipping away at it. Looking for second. Battle is on. Woo! And somehow Ford makes it happen. Lindquist not giving up. Well, no doubting the fitness of Ford. Come from behind effort in Moto 1. Bit of a comeback, not quite as deep, but strong to the end in Moto 2. And I think it's caught up to Lindquist and honestly probably everyone else. Almost no place to even sit down on this track. And these guys gotta be smoked. Hetrick, too early to talk perfect season. Going to round 3 now and through it. And it looks like he's going to have his third straight perfect 1-1 afternoon. Who can stop him? As these guys keep battling, Hogue has caught Lindquist. And a mistake by the 2. Hogue gets it. Still digging though. I don't know if there's time to mount another charge on Ford. Get into yet another battle with those two. Hetrick looking around, sees no one. Out in front all by himself. Last lap. This guy is unreal. Looking for his third 1-1 now to start the season. And speed to burn. His starts have been good, but even if they were not, you see the gaps he has by the end of these motos. I don't think we've seen everything he has. Hasn't needed it, but it is darn impressive. Joel Hetrick sweeps Georgia. Ford gonna hold off Hogue, Lindquist 4th, Janusa 5th. Let's talk to the top 3.
Fell a little short of second place like last weekend, which, hey, that's okay. Got more work to do. I love being in this points battle for second. It's really cool. The day was still a good day. Man, I love doing this stuff, and thank you, thank everybody. Thanks to my team, Westland Motorsports. Yeah, we'll try to do better at the next one.
I've been really tough on myself after Underground. I was really disappointed in myself. I felt, that wasn't me. And I got a chance, thankfully, 2 weeks later, right now at Echeconnee to prove myself, and I think I did that. Came through the pack and just rode my race. We went 2-2 on the day. It really means a lot. So yeah, just really stoked on the day, and looking forward to the next one. Ironman MX, Big Sins, fun track. So yeah, we'll catch up with you guys there. We all knew it was going to be brutal, man, coming in here. You got Matt Walker running this place, and he made it tough on us today. And such an unbelievable facility, track, everything. This was a quad ATV racetrack today. The best one we've been to in a while. Extending that points lead a little bit, and man, I just had so much fun today doing this, and being here with my family and my friends, and it's just the atmosphere is great, the positivity is great, and everything's clicking off right now. The machine behind me is amazing, and I give props to the whole Phoenix Racing crew for that. So thank you all. We'll see you at the next one.
And thank you, Joel. Let's give you the race recap. Hogue, early lead. Hetrick, daring pass to get around. And then the cavalry hooks up. You got Lindquist in the fight. Then he has a crash. Bryce Ford was buried with a bad start, but he would join the pack, and you'd have Ford, Rastrelli, and Hogue going at it for second. No challenging Hetrick, though. Shout out to Wesley Wolf, who had a great run in that moto, but he crashed in Moto 2, and we hear has a broken collarbone. Meanwhile, Ford and Hogue getting into it. Lindquist bounced back, was running second for a while behind Hetrick. More battles between Rastrelli and Hogue. Eventually, Ford would get to Lindquist there, take over second. Lindquist not quite strong enough down to the end to hold on for podium in that moto. There's the standings. Hetrick, Ford, and Hogue are tied for second. That's great stuff. Get well soon to Wesley Wolf. There's the podium for everyone at Racer TV. I'm Jason Wygant. Thanks for watching, and congrats, Joel Hetrick.